7-item stone. People outside of the Yu-Gi-Oh space been talking about the Overframe cards, the full art, extended art cards, whatever you want to call it for Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Saying good things, bad things, speculations, and assumptions, right? All about Yu-Gi-Oh and these damn cards. People like Rudy from Alpha Investments, Mason from Cardinal Gaming, Brian from PokeNE, Phillips Collectibles, and the Off-Center podcast featuring Poke Radar are just a few in the bunch of people that have been discussing this Yu-Gi-Oh full art card business, right? Is it going to do well, or is it going to flop and just be like everything else, assumingly in Yu-Gi-Oh was just reprinted trash, which it's not, okay? You people with that mentality, especially within the Yu-Gi-Oh community and Yu-Gi-Oh space, look, I get it. We don't have mangas like One Piece. We don't have trainer cards like fucking Pokemon and shit. How about you be loyal to the soil, embrace what you got, you fucking bitches, I swear, okay? We do have things that are cool, of value, and great for collecting. But people want to act like, oh, it's not as good as the other side. But you got to understand that mentality is bullshit from all this inflated market mess from the scalpers. These organized groups of dudes and people, you know, there's some scammy ass chicks out there too, getting together in person and online, botting up the place and fucking buying all this stock of graphics cards, sneakers, and Pokemon cards and shit, right? They're not real fans. They're just trying to get some quick, I don't even know what kind of cash that is. Artificial scarcity bullshit cash? I don't know. I don't even know what kind of operation that is. It's just making money on the most degenerate first world level. But all that aside, all that to say, it's all bullshit that's got the Yu-Gi-Oh heads confused, right? They're leaving, they're acting like, oh my god, this shit isn't as good. So don't let that fool you into thinking that Yu-Gi-Oh ain't shit. Yu-Gi-Oh's tight. Konami's got problems, right? They didn't know how to structure a lot of sets. They got greedy with shit, tried to make Rarity Collection 2 twice the price. Like, bro, what was that? Right? Making the 2-player starter deck thing. The hell was that? Not stopping sooner the legendary Duelist Season sets and fucking Hidden Arsenal bullshit sets like that. Okay, right? These types of products. It's what hurts stores. And even core sets, not having been built with the best cards being available in common rarities as well when the set releases. That way we don't have depreciated value when some random crazy ass reprint set comes out. You know, all this shit. That's what's going on right now. Okay, but now we got these Overframe cards and all these guys are talking about, all you guys are talking about it. Just want to let you know, you're right. You're mostly right. And I want to let you know, your little community of people that's saying, who gives a fuck about Yu-Gi-Oh's full art shit? It's not as good. You got to let them know they're wrong. Okay? Regardless of Konami sucking ass. And let's say they just blow their load and print all the Overframe cards in a Rarity Collection 5, 6, 7, 8. Which I don't think so. Right? Or they print too many in core sets. Which I don't think so. Right? Let's say they just make every worst decision possible. It's still going to sell. It's still going to sustain. It's still going to survive. Like PokeNE was saying in his video. Yu-Gi-Oh's been great for years. And if anybody coming in saying they love it too and they want to scalp it and make it like Pokemon and One Piece market, try to embrace it, hey, that's fine too. I don't think it's going to work though. Because with Yu-Gi-Oh, it is different, bro. The connection with the cards to the fan base, to the anime shit, it's different. People mostly focus on the first series, right? Duel Monsters with Yugi and all that. I mean, people barely caught up with the other side series, which also people love. And they can hate on it or whatever, but in almost every one of these spin-offs, there's elements of good shit. You know, Rush Duel's a whole nother story. Like, I can't even get into it. Not that it's bad. Just saying. We don't have it here printed with the cards, the Rush Duel cards. It's bullshit. Another bad decision by Konami, but maybe it was okay. Maybe it would be too much for them to handle and shit would have tanked. Okay, or maybe not. Maybe they would have just stepped up. But you got to think about that. Again, all this thing with Yu-Gi-Oh having multiple formats, this game, I guess you could compare it to Magic more so, I guess, with all the different formats. This game is like a weird thing. Does Konami make it hard for new people and outsiders to get into it? Yeah, sure, I guess. But I mean, if you like it enough, you'll get into it. You'll follow the trail that everybody follows. And maybe that trail will be shorter when this new era of Yu-Gi-Oh kind of rolls out past 2026. which I do think big things are coming. I do think we will have some type of an announcement at Comic-Con or something, right? Not Jump Festa, but Comic-Con probably, that will somehow tie in with these full art cards. And it could be like another resurgence, right? The problem with shops not selling and not knowing how to sell Yu-Gi-Oh, not knowing how to operate Yu-Gi-Oh to make the best profit, right? That's a whole another issue that shops got to realize that, hey, you got to know how to sell that shit, man. You got to know how to run your events. You got to hire people to promote your Yu-Gi-Oh events. Like, what the fuck are you doing? People are really half-assing it at these shops. These shop owners are really half-assing it more than they want to admit, you know. They're too focused on making the quick profit, the fast money, man. Again, this money first mentality shit that got embedded with these TCGers from 2016 going into the 2020s and on, right? Wanting to turn everything into a hustle, got these stores ordering too much bullshit. You know, even bedroom vendors are buying too much shit. Bunch of guys getting around buying a bunch of fucking boxes and shit. You guys don't need to be buying fucking cases and trying to make money in Yu-Gi-Oh and shit. There's too many people trying to do this. Saturation is the issue. And also, people not being fucking loyal to the soil. Again, people don't know how to sell this stuff. The way you sell it is embrace. Too many complainers. And I'm not saying can't complain. That's how you get change done, right? People were complaining about how the game is too expensive. Now it's cheaper. Now it's too cheap. In the worst way. For collectors, I guess, and investors. But hey, what the fuck is that about? What is this investing shit? This investing shit, this bleed from Wall Street, like Rudy from Alpha Investments, who I fucking was highly inspired by to do YouTube from. Watching a guy bullshit about fucking making money on trading cards. Oh my God, let me in on that. Right, Rudy, Wall Street, coming into the TCG world when he was younger. And now he's here now making millions. You know, these guys like him who don't really pay attention to Yu-Gi-Oh, but who want to, they really want this stuff to be like everything else. And it won't be like everything else. How Yu-Gi-Oh popped off before is how it'll pop off again. It's going to be word of mouth of how dope this shit is. And if you do like it, you like it. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. But the money first mentality with shops, guys who do this shit for a living who I don't ignore, right? Can't ignore the guys who sell this shit, right? I think them making content and pumping out as much shit about trading cards has really, it's really gotten to their head. For real. You guys are hilarious, and I'm not criticizing you. It's just funny how everybody's doing this shit. At least with trading cards, what I mean by doing this shit, doing this money shit. Like me, I'm doing it right now. The Overframe cards for Yu-Gi-Oh are going to do well. They're going to be worth thousands. Again, they're going to be worth fucking thousands. The regular Overframes, like I'm talking about the serialized cards, the regular Overframes, hundreds. Possibly thousands for them too. I think hundreds though. And they're going to be in regular lower rarities too. So that's going to be tight. I think it's proof that there's some real energy behind Yu-Gi-Oh in 2026. And will the hype die down until these things are released? Yeah, sure, but I'm going to be talking about it. And Konami, I doubt you fucking watch. My videos aren't doing well now. But if you do watch, you know, just don't fuck this up. Not to even prove them wrong and make a bunch of people money. Just make a cool product and the rest will follow. The reason why I want Yu-Gi-Oh to do well is because I just want to see where this shit goes. I like talking about it, I like dealing with it, I like watching the anime, I like tying it all together into content and just chatting to people about shit. It's a fun little community. And that's what's important. You really got to get into this shit, again, to really know about it and to really get the most out of it. I mean, that's common sense. That's common sense, bro. But I understand the doubts. I understand the bits of hate from anybody towards Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, bro, Konami. Again, if you're watching, bro, Konami, you've been said to be worse than Bandai and Wizards of the Coast as far as the card game. Possibly the anime too, but I like the shit. But, you know, somebody that worked for you, Farfa, one of the biggest creators in Yu-Gi-Oh!, you know, he worked for him for a bit. You know, Konami, he said they're the worst out of them all. So from Farfa himself saying that, I mean, that's got me concerned. But regardless of my concerns, the full art cards will do well. The sets that they're in will sell well. I'll buy that shit. And all these other markets are pumped up artificial bullshit. And most of the people in them shouldn't be here. I throw myself in the bunch trying to make money at this shit. I shouldn't be here trying to make money at this shit. I'm in no position to even do that. The capital, the know-how, right? But hey, can't hate a dude for trying to learn. Okay, that's what it really is. You gotta chalk it up to a learning experience. If you're gonna do on a small scale, know that you ain't gonna make shit. Really, you can get lucky though. Just like all these other guys. I think a lot of these guys, you know, they all got lucky. Whether it's circumstance, surroundings, and all this shit, friends, connections, all this, whatever. Even if they all came from the gutter, you know, there's probably something in all these people's lives that got them to the positions that they're all in now, to where they can make buku monies, or at least make a good amount of money off of trading cards and shit. 7 Item Stone, the Overframe cards are going to be badass. Konami needs work. Konami needs to do better, and I think they are. Okay, the trust has been lost, but it can be gained. You can redeem yourself. Everybody's got a fucking chance at redeeming themselves. If you put in the damn work, you don't fuck up.